the calm splits it in two. Pattison Ave, where the wild hearts run, talking sports, games, battles, lost and won. Voices rise, break chains, ignite the flame. Fanatic thunder echoing the name.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. I'm your host, Tom Kelly. With me, as always, Alan Andrew Cabbage.
What is up, gentlemen? Victory Monday. Couldn't be a better feeling. Wasn't the best game, but the result was what we all wanted. Beautiful. Let's go. We'll get into it. Trust me, we'll get into it.
And join us is obviously not Mike Fuji at the top of your screen. That is former Pattison Ave Fanatic and always Pattison Ave Fanatic, Damon Salim, in the building with us. Damon, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
What's going on, Damon?
Hey, man, everything is good. Glad to be here and get to talk about that amazing victory yesterday.
Oh my goodness! We'll get into all that and break all that down. For everyone watching, these two gentlemen that are on the screen with me right here, I met both of them while working at FedEx in my 18-year tenure or whatever it was, year tenure at FedEx. I met Alan and Damon. Damon, every time you come on, when it's not a regular show and you're not on regularly weekly, I have to tell everyone how we met. Alan, people know how you and I met, but Damon and I met in a meeting at FedEx one day. So Damon is a frequent caller to WIP and had been for years, known as Damon from West Philly. And we went around the room introducing ourselves. And when it came to his turn, he went, I'm Damon my name's Damon I'm from Philly. I said, are you Damon from West Philly that calls into WIP? He goes, I am. I said, I'm riding with that guy today. and here we are, I don't know, 15 years later or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's wonderful.
Awesome.
And Alan,
Dude, I'll tell you, one day I was blessed on one of my routes to deliver to the NovaCare complex. I got to go and I go in to deliver my package, and on the wall there's a wall with all the pro people who made the Pro Bowl. And Ike Reese was one of the ones on the wall. So at the time I was calling IP, and I called up the show, he and Barkan at the time, and I said, Ike, and I told him that story, and I said, you on that wall? He said, yeah. So nah, man, that was fun that day. I was like, that was awesome day.
Absolutely. Bring back them good memories, man. Good memories.
Absolutely. I mean, look, anytime you can sorry, I'm multitasking as producer and host, as I tend to do at times. Anytime you can get in there, get down there, deliver, because I did some deliveries down in the NovaCare complex. I ran into Nick Foles down there, ran into a couple other people down there, in the parking lot and stuff like that. Anytime you can do that for guys like us, it's a dream.
It's like, dude, you got to get out of here. You got some more deliveries. I was like, I know, but I'm in the complex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So before we get into the incredible game from yesterday, ups and downs. I mean, it had everything. It was like a full feature-length movie.
It really was.
I just wanted to talk about this time of year. Late September, rolling into October. You got Flyers training camp in full effect. I was just having a conversation with a Penguins fan, and we were having a little fun discussion about Flyers Penguins this year. We got Flyers starting up. We got Sixers training camp starting up. We got the Phillies that have already locked in a playoff spot. You got the Eagles that are sitting at 3-0. This is my absolute favorite time of the year. Within the next month, there's going to be programming out the wazoo. You'll never have a night during the week where you can't find something on TV. I don't know about you guys. What are your thoughts on the September going into October as a great time of year, Damon Salim?
Oh man, it's funny. I was just thinking about this and not expressing it to someone like you did, but dude, I'm so with you because that's okay. So you have Red October is down the street, and so that's a spark because it's the playoffs, and then you have Flyers training camp with the new regime coming in, coaching and everything, and Mitch Koff coming back. So I'm excited for that. Of course, I'm excited for the Sixers because they flipped the roster, and from what I'm seeing, Joe slimmed down. People say, "Oh man, don't get that's not get." Nah, I got to get hyped. Damn it, I'm getting hyped. Forget it. I'm not holding back. I am who I am. I see Joe. My eyes brighten up like it's like it's the brand new BMW or something, man.
You just gotta pray his knee holds up, brother.
Well, yeah. I mean, so that's a whole nother discussion. But to finish with that, to say you got Birds football, so this time of year is like, and I'm not disregarding what you say, Alan, regards to that. Right. We want him to be healthy, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. He slimmed down.
That's good. That's good.
But with all that being said, man, yeah, this is a great time. This is where I will never, ever, 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 ever understand the Philly Cowboy fan or the Philly Laker fan, whatever, Philly Celtic fan. Like, this is Philly, and our teams are solid, even though some of them aren't on the level of the Eagles and Philly, but they're gonna get there, So this is a good time, man. That's it.
Absolutely.
Alan, how about you as far as this time of the year goes?
Dude, this time of year is exciting. I mean, football's back, full force. College football all day Saturday, NFL football all day Sunday.
Yeah.
You got playoff baseball getting ready to start. Our team is lucky enough to be sitting in hopefully the number 2 spot. I don't think they're going to get to the number 1, but if they can, it's just an exciting time. There's so much going on. Like Damon said, the Flyers are starting back up. Be interesting to do see what they do. See what they do with the snow, the goalie. I don't know. He got cleared of all charges and stuff. I'm not sure if he's still under contract.
Carter Hart.
Carter Hart. There we go. Carter Hart.
Yeah. So bring him back. They made a statement last week.
Wait a minute.
Nah.
Did you just?
They're not going to bring him back.
Garth. Did you just go Garth Snow on
I did
us
say
right
Garth
now?
Snow. Yeah, my bad.
God.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Before we go, rest in peace, Bernie Perrant.
Yes.
Oh
absolutely.
my gosh.
Before we run into the Eagles.
Yes.
Growing up in my household, I heard countless stories of the Broad Street Bullies Flyers. My parents are a diehard from day one. They literally have a room in their house entirely dedicated to the Philadelphia Flyers. So I heard about Bernie Perrant. Obviously, you got to know him as more of a personality than a player, for at least for me, being 44. But yes, rest in peace to Bernie Perrant. Yes. He is in, all the Philadelphia sports fans' thoughts and prayers. I'm sure.
I don't remember when they won the back-to-back, but I do. As getting older, you see him, hear about him, the boat, and he's just a great guy. Everybody said nothing but things, man. So. Yeah.
I had the pleasure of meeting him one time at a autograph signing. Nice. Got a Polaroid. This is how old we are, guys. I got a Polaroid picture with him that he autographed the bottom of the Polaroid picture.
Nice.
All right. That's how old we are, and that's how far back, Yeah, Bernie was a good guy. Good guy.
You have to love a good Polaroid picture.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They've actually brought them back.
It's more of it's like a novelty item almost.
I knew someone who had one. They was taking good pictures. Yeah, it's back for this generation.
Yeah, it's crazy. They bring back the 16-bit Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bring it all back. Let's go. Let's go back.
TK flashbacks and playing the new
Techno Bowl and stuff. Oh god.
Listen, my big games. My big games on Nintendo were Excite Bike. I love the Excite Bike.
Yes.
The Jaws video game was one of my favorites. The Dick Tracy video game was one of my favorites on Nintendo. So we could create a whole nother series of content just talking about stuff like that.
Yep.
But there was a football game last night. First, before we jump into the birds, Anthony Robish from the Robish Report checking in. You know the Niners are 3-0, and as always, our top players are injured. But we've gotten a kicker. Well, that's good. I mean, having a kicker's good. You're not a Cowboys fan, so there's that. That's a terrible existence to have.
That is.
Oh God.
So let's get into the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let them live in that. Let them live in that. They created it. Let them live in that. Man, I'm out.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. See you.
Oh man. So. Can you when was the last time an Eagles game ended that that exciting of an ending? A regular season game. Obviously, the Super Bowl, when you win it, it's a big deal. But I'm hearing something. I'm getting something in the background. I think there's a bum rummaging around in a dumpster
you got some static out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So in recent history, can you guys think back to any games that kind of ended really exciting? Like the Deshaun Jackson kick return game was one for me that jumped out. That's,
to be honest with you, the one that to end this exciting with this big of an offensive turnaround. Let's put it that way. I mean, they look like two completely different offenses from first
and we're gonna get into that too for sure.
So I mean, yeah, this is right up there with that Deshaun Jackson special teams muff punt return type of comeback. I think I agree with that.
I was talking to my coworker who was there yesterday, the season ticket holder, and I said to him, shout out to Shell, I said, man, give me just the vibe up in there. He's like, it was crazy, lame. The people, they were just going off, and I said, yeah. I said the camera was able to pan the crowd, and you get the reaction immediately. So you got a nice shot of the crowd. TK, I think definitely Deshaun. And he says the one that he remembers is at the link. The interception in the Vikings against the Vikings in the NFC Championship game. I think that kind of sealed it. And then the other one he mentioned, which put them in the launch for the Super Bowl, was a 64-yarder by Jake Elliott against the Giants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So he mentioned those two. But this one yesterday, and I know you'll get into it, because the question's been asked: did you quit? Did you? So I'm in the thread with my brother and some few friends. And with somebody when they fumbled at the top of the third quarter, one of the threads said a game over. I didn't respond. TK, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to say I knew that was going to happen. What happened? I'm not going to say that, but I wasn't out. I wasn't like it's over. I just didn't feel that with this team. And so when it happened, man, I was just like, wow.
Yeah. Wow. Now I can speak on the emotions that were going through the stadium. So I'm lucky enough. I am blessed enough to be a season ticket holder.
Oh, dude, please share. Yes.
Yeah, this is our my family's this is my first year owning the tickets. But this is our 30th year as a family having the tickets.
Got you.
So the Andrew Cabbages have been wreaking havoc down on Pattison Ave for 30 plus years.
For 30 years, yes. So we were there yesterday with my wife. I was there yesterday with my wife. They're driving right to our end zone, okay? Right towards us. We're standing there watching it. And as fans, you're like getting sick almost. Like, this is it. There it is. Here it is. And when that freaking ball got blocked, dude, it was Mardi Gras at the link. It was absolute pandemonium. The emotions that were running through that place,
I can imagine,
were unreal. Unreal.
Camera captured all of it.
Yeah.
I promise you, I'm
unreal.
And you felt that you
could feel it.
Dude,
oh yeah.
I just saw something online where Howie's in the tunnel watching it.
Yeah.
And at the back of him, and you can see, and boom, and you check it. It goes off, and he's jumping. So,
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you, man.
That's
That's
awesome. It was insane down there, dude. It was great.
I'm surprised.
Paul Spencer checking in from our sister station over at Out of the Box Sports Entertainment.
What's up, Paul?
You can check their amazing
Cowboys
lineup
suck.
of shows, man. They have a ton of stuff going on over there, and we definitely do some collaborative work between us and Out of the Box. What's up, Tommy and Alan? Wait, is that Damon? Absolutely, that's Damon Salim.
Yes, sir. And the Cowboys suck. If you didn't hear me the first time.
Oh man, there are some games that you watch that it pours through the TV. The Bryce Harper home run game against the Padres. You know, the swing was yesterday was one. I'm sure I didn't watch it live, but I was able to kind of you rewatch it and you could just feel it. And there's countless games that where the emotion comes through, it bleeds through the TV. Not everyone, and there's a lot of big moments where you don't feel that, but if they're doing it right, if the camera guys are doing it right, if the announcers are doing it right, you can feel it. And,
I cheat when I watch. I have the broadcast up a little bit.
Merrill,
I have to. I'm wired, dude. I can't.
That's my.
I'm wired. I don't know no other way. Honestly,
I'm in the stadium and they're in my ear, right here.
Yeah,
right here.
Right,
yep.
I mean, but yeah, they captured. They were able to. They probably got 100 cameras out there, NFL films. But they panned around and you got the vibe. Now some people I heard left, not a whole lot though, because it was still full up in there. And Al can speak to that better than I can.
Yeah, people started bailing. Yeah, people started bailing.
So Paul says yes.
I feel bad for them people who bailed.
Yes, Alan. But I'm still here. Over 40 years of fandom, as well as 30 years this year of misery, and I'll never jump ship. Look, Paul, I saw on your Facebook earlier today that a buddy, I guess, who was a Cowboys fan and had jumped ship and offered you the way to jump ship, and I gotta respect your fandom.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's okay. I can see Damon's face.
Bro, we've been through it. We've been through it. Damn it. We grew up this way. We grew up the Eagles sucking. They sucked when we grew up.
I have nothing for the Philly Cowboy fan. I don't even get on them. Actually, they sweated me out. Dude, the first time in my life I rooted for the Cowboys, I had them in my survival pool last week against the Giants. Yeah.
So I've explained this. I've explained this before. I'll do it again for anybody that's tuning in and watching now.
I was rooting for the Giants.
I lost. I lost that.
My parlay didn't hit. So.
That visceral feeling that I think is embedded in all of our DNAs, being from Philadelphia and Cowboys fans that are from Philly. And Paul knows there's no offense here. I'm just explaining. But I lost when the Eagles won in 2017. I lost that edge. I lost that visceral hatred, and that I'll never say it'll turn to pity, because fuck that. But it turned to like, okay, you can break my stones, but we have a much more recent Super Bowl, and then they win it again last year, and now it's 2 in 10 years, 3 appearances in 10 years. You really, like, you'll always despise the Dallas Cowboys.
Just lost CCM for 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, it just. Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm in the space with TK is. I honestly, when I see them out at events, I kind of feel a little. I'm like, Dad, you sold yourself.
Yes.
You see what you're missing? Do you see what you're missing? Anyway, back to the Birds.
No, you're 100% right, and I've had friends from the city who were fans of other teams, and a good friend of mine. Yeah. I won't mention his name. The names here have been changed to protect the innocent.
Gotcha.
But he was a 49ers fan since we were little kids.
What the hell? Joe Montana.
And now Joe Montana is my favorite non-Eagle, full disclosure. I have his rookie card sitting behind me. Like, love Joe Montana. But, like, I categorize things favorite non-Eagle football player. That's what you'll get out of me. But it came down to it where he said, watching the Eagles win the Super Bowl and not being able to celebrate with everybody and not, and having young kids her kids were raised as Eagles fans. That kind of changed the way he was wired, which some guys there'll be certain things, hey, why are you a Cowboys fan? Oh, well, the star or my uncle or this or that, everybody's got a reason as to why they are. So, and like I said, I don't want to say I'm getting soft in my old age because I will still shred a fan of an opposing team if I feel the need to, but I almost feel like I'm an elder statesman at this point. Nah. And in that elder statesman way, it's just like, all right, you say what you want, you're here. You have to. It's almost like in order for me to argue with you, you have to get to a certain level. In doing stuff like this for so long, you hear every excuse under the sun. You hear every reason under the that there is. So, I guess it's just look. We've gotten to the pinnacle now twice in the last 10 years, and been at the game 3 times in the last 10 years, and right. We're current. I don't want to say we're spoiled, but this team is spoiling us a little bit. It really is. However, real quick, with that said, the 3 people sitting on your screen right now earned every single bit of that. We've earned every single bit of the success that this team is having, and to be able to sit back and enjoy it because we've been there through the Cotites, through the Ray Roads.
I can tell you where I was at the Fog Bowl. I was at my boy's crib. I was in school, but I was home that week. We watched in his living room, the Fog Bowl. I'll never forget that.
Oh, the Fog Bowl. I saw it on VHS. If it's any good. I sound like a Dallas fan. My bad.
He must have recorded over the Cowboys' last Super Bowl.
We got my bad. I sound like a Cowboys fan. My bad.
No, we have stories, man. No. That's called to TK's point. Those are the stories that we've been through.
Yep.
Thank you, Anthony Robish.
Yep.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
And for the record, you are allowed, I believe, as a sportsman to have fans. You could be a fan of another person of another team, but you can't be. You can't root for the other team. Like Magic Johnson is one of my favorite players, but I would never wear a Lakers jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not
no.
Okay? You know what I mean?
Now, in my own defense, I've loved Kobe since Lower Merion.
It's fine.
Okay, I have his high school jersey. I got 3 Kobe Laker jerseys. It's the only Laker jersey I own. Only Laker jersey I'll ever wear.
He's not a Laker fan.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Now, here is Paul Spencer, and this is why he's one of my favorites because I never say they're a 5-time Super Bowl champion and those fans are lost. And you never hear him say that. I've known Paul years now. Never heard him say that. I say they're a 30-year irrelevant team. I have heard him say this. I respect all teams and true dedicated fans. I'm a fan of the game before the Cowboys. Look, at the end of the day, you got to respect that. Got to respect that, brother. Yep. Absolutely. Now, am I a fan of the game before the Eagles? Like I love football, I do, and I know Alan's a Notre Dame fan. I know Paul's a Notre Dame fan. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Norm's a Notre Dame fan. So, but am I a fan of?
They suck right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of anything.
They blew out Purdue. They blew out Purdue on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of anything before I'm a fan of the Eagles, and that's probably what makes me a little stairs. I'm not all there, but in order to be an Eagles fan, I don't think you can quite be all there. You know what I mean?
No, we've all been concussed one time too many. We're still in the bubble.
Yeah.
Once you bleed green, you never go back.
So getting into the feel of yesterday's game, did anybody know Jordan Davis could run that fast? Now I know he ran a sub 540 in his combine. But that boy was moving.
I don't think I've ever seen a man his size move as fast as he did.
that's like a black bear running at you, like a big,
Yes.
like bear
Yeah.
just running at you at full speed, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
oh my, just get out of the way at
Yep.
that point.
Yep. If not, he's going to run you over and kill you. I think they had him tracked at like 18.5 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
like crazy.
I don't think I could run that damn fast.
That's a
And I'm
semi
pretty
in
fast.
first
I don't
gear.
think I can go that fast.
That's a semi Mack truck in first gear. Is what that was. What that was.
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
We're going to pull the house down or knock it over one way or the other. It's going through it.
Well,
Yep.
If
Unbelievable.
The fact that he came to training camp in shape the way he did this year.
Yeah. Yes.
Let me just speak upon him for
He's
a
going
second.
to get paid, man.
Huh? Well,
He's going to get paid. Him and Carter.
Yeah,
It's
they
gonna
gave,
be-
him, they gave him the 5th-year option. And the thing about it is,
Yeah.
this is his 4th year. And so when he came in, he was a kid out of college. And I always take a stay. I always have this my thing about when you, especially a guy that's drafted however high he is, you give him 3 to 4 years. You have to. No one, I can count on my hands how many guys might have flourished in their first year of any of the sports, but you got to give a guy time, and then mind you, he doesn't have the same defensive coordinator that he started out with. He had to get he had to learn an entirely new system, which obviously is benefiting him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave him that hard conversation, get in shape. So he had to learn. I don't think he ever, like he said it best yesterday, and I'm glad he said that. He said it started a year ago. And then you guys are now seeing the results. So yeah, he's showing in and showing out, man. And right now, and Carter's going to pick up that suspension. I think set him back a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. That taunting penalty yesterday was a little.
Dude.
Oh, he's got a mic. He's got a mic.
Yeah,
he's got a
like
microscope.
being there that you can't see it. You know what I mean? So like it happens, and we're like, "What the hell's going on?" You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
they got one out. They gave one, and I said it was wrong when what's the guy from the Rams? The wide receiver. I can't get his name out.
Puka.
they gave him like a taunting penalty or something.
All he did was this.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on.
that's what Nolan Smith did in the first game. He got one too.
In the first game, they got one too.
You can't do nothing no more.
Exactly. I'm like, dude, relax. These guys they're practicing all week. They're going 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
Their intensity. It's like, let them be kids. My God.
Yeah.
Look, if you're doing like one of these or something like that, all right. But you're going like this.
One of these pointing the gun. We're not talking about that.
No, it's not. Right.
We're not talking about
It's,
that.
That
type of nonsense. Yeah.
Man. There's nothing wrong with it. I said the same thing. They're kids. I said the same thing yesterday. I said this is a kids' game. Let them be kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're young. They're flying to the ball. They're having fun. You know, there should be. And look, we're in the day and age now. We should be able to quickly differentiate between, a threatening, penalty-worthy gesture and just like a guy expressing himself. And
exactly,
it goes to like end zone celebrations. Like if you let end zone celebrations back, then they were gone for a while. And Anthony Robish checking in here. Anthony's saying they're making football too soft.
Yeah.
It is. They're watering it down.
They are. They're taking the fight, the passion out of it.
Yeah.
The drive to hit somebody and drive them into the turf and then stand up and flex because you just did that. Like, yeah, they're taking they're taking it out.
That's a rush.
They've been trying for years.
It is a rush.
That's a rush. That's all it is. It's a rush.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just made a play. I'm fired up.
Exactly.
Fired up.
Exactly. I'm fired. Let's go. Let's get the next play going. Let's go.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, they're doing. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, you know how many pickup games of basketball we was fired up talking smack.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Coming back
Every single game.
Both
Every
sides.
game.
People tell you, you can't stop. Like I got it. This part of the sport. My God.
Real quick, boys. Real quick
And if you
before
talk the wrong shit, you get a black eye. Somebody rebound and hit you real quick, and you're like, "Oh shit!" Yep.
real
Okay.
quick before we keep going, let me grab a word from our sponsor here, real quick.
Let's do it.
Are you a woman of 18 years of age or older who has thought about playing football? If so, we're looking for you. The Reading Riveters are the area's first all-female tackle football team, and they are looking for players to add to their current roster. All you need is a willingness to learn, and Bob and Katie McKenzie, owner, coaches, and the rest of their amazing staff will take care of the rest. Come on out to their open workouts on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to noon at Shiloh Hills Park, 303 Sage Drive, Sinking Springs, PA. The Riveters are also excited to announce their combine on Saturday, October 11th from 3 to 6 p.m. So come on out, test your skills, learn the game, and meet the team. Our coaches will guide you through every step of the way. Come see what you're capable of. All right, and then
Beautiful.
Anthony Robish.
I love that.
Yeah, man. Anthony
love
Robish
that.
also jumped in. You can go to any town game. You see trash talk. Why get rid of it? Look, I understand you got to police things to a degree. If things are getting real violent, threats are made, stuff like, and even then, even in pickup games, like people are, there should be levels to this, and it feels like there's not. It feels like it's sweeping. It's a sweeping ideal, and I don't know if that's the way to go or not.
They're just gonna pick and choose. But then again, we don't know what Jalen Carter was saying right on the sidelines, yelling across the field, but the refs do. The refs hear that stuff, right? So who knows what the young man was actually screaming across the field, because that could have been the flag right there. There's I don't know. I mean, at some point you got to let them play. You got to let them play the game. You got to let them talk the smack that they're going to talk. I mean, it comes with all sports. All sports do it.
Exactly.
We always did it.
I completely agree. So Alan, you were in the building yesterday. What was going through your head when they were lining up for this kick?
Complete honesty. The game's over.
You thought it was over, yeah.
It's over. I thought we had done enough in the second half. And then, they got the ball back with what, like a minute and something left, and they just came down the field, and I felt like it was over. I really did. And when that kick went off, like I was saying earlier, they were coming right at us. So I'm in the corner end zone. They were coming right at us, kicking that field goal. Thinking the game's over. All of a sudden, they get their big old hands up there, and it's just chaos. It's just pure chaos. Just ensued after that. It was just, we knew the game was ours. We were sealed. But yeah, leading up to the kick, I thought it was I thought we were done.
Dame, how about you? Watching the game? Were you at home or did you go out?
I was at home as a.
You was at the house?
Yeah, and when they got the touchdown, and that was a great pass to Jalen, to Devontae, excuse me.
Yes.
And that's the same slant route he runs during the game in the middle of the field, just hitting the end zone. So when they got that, and then so at this point, we score whatever, we stop and we score, but then we're up. We take the lead, and then I'm feeling good. I'm thinking the defense is going to stop them, but then they did what they did and get down the field. Did I think it was over? Yeah, it crossed my mind. I'm honestly trying to remember. I just remember intently watching, and just hoping. That's what it was. I was hoping for something, because I know we had did it a few plays prior. They had blocked it. Yep. So at that point, you're hoping it could happen again, but maybe not. Al, it's like,
yep.
And so at this point, all you could do was watch. And when Al was talking earlier about the nervousness, the sick feeling, my adrenaline was there. I can't say I was more just locked in, and I didn't know what to expect, man. I didn't know what to expect. And when he did it, I remember just yelling. My wife's upstairs in the bedroom watching, movies, whatever. And I just and I have an enclosed porch, so my neighbors can hear. I'm just going nuts. I'm like just screaming, man, and just just in jubilation. I mean, what a freaking comeback! What a freaking
So I expected confetti after that.
Like that.
Honestly, like there should have been confetti. They should have had like cannons going off, and dude, it was from the first half to the second half. We saw two completely different Eagles teams.
Now let me ask you a question about that. Did they make adjustments, or did do you feel the difference in play between the first and second half? Were adjustments made at halftime, or was it Hurts just saying, "I'm not letting this happen," and Hurts taking over?
I love your conspiracy theory, and I'm going to go with it. And I'm saying it was Jalen Hurts saying, "Nope, enough is enough. You're going to cut me free." Just like you did in Super Bowl 59, where you finally took the reins off me and you let me do what I do. And that's what I'm going to do in the second half. And he did it. And he had I think he was 21 for 32 passing, almost 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. My quarterback, number one, showed up on Sunday. He took advantage. He took control. In my belief, he took control. And that was the difference. Honestly, I really believe that. I believe that was the difference.
Dame, how about you? So for me personally, looking at it, Anthony Rowe was saying Jalen came out with those killer eyes in the second half. Absolutely. So for me, the way I looked at it, there was more to just going back and rewatching everything. There was more to that, in my opinion, than just in-game adjustments. You don't have that drastic of a turnaround for just your typical run-of-the-mill in-game halftime adjustments. It felt like cinder blocks were removed from Jalen's feet, and arms. Dame, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's a few things out of that. And Al being at the game was unable to catch this maybe, but so Jalen was talking to offensive coordinator
Patullo.
Kevin Patullo.
He gathered the offensive linemen around, and he was talking to them. He was in their ear. And so now earlier I was listening to something Donovan was on with Ike and Spike.
Yeah, I heard that myself. Yeah. And
he said they just got to basically let him go. Like, you just got to let him go, let him go. And to your TK's point, take the bricks off, So when you look at it and going back to what AJ Brown was stating, like, let the killers play. So what's happened, Patullo looks like he's trying to do what Kellen Moore did with the running game a little bit and trying to kind of maybe ease them off of that, but wean them into the new way. It's like, and let me just, I don't know the guy from a can of paint, but I'm just picking his head like almost, okay, I know we did it this way. We were successful with this. We know we have to make the change. Obviously, the teams are waiting for Saquon. So easing them into the transformation. What happened yesterday, it expedited. It accelerated to a level where you had no choice. But man, we got to bring these tools out now. I know you was trying to wait week 5, but we're down 26 to 7.
Yep.
And so let them lose. And the other key thing, this is the key thing. So when Lane goes down, right? I mean, Pryor was getting laughed at like more than Richard. Like,
he was getting his lunch handed to him.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
So once they put in
place his ass, didn't they?
Once they put in Fred Johnson and how he got right before in the training camp, it was night and day on that O-line.
Yes,
now
it was.
Got time. Now he's picking them apart. Now he's letting AJ do what AJ does, maul people, just put it up. So I think that moving forward, we have to see that early, and all that's going to do is make it easier for Saquon. And shout out to Saquon.
Yes.
Saquon is out there freaking blocking, bro.
Mhm.
Freaking blocking.
All right, I'm about to make the hairs on the back of all your necks stand up right now. Norm checking in. We're talking, and he and I were talking about this earlier today.
What's this guy want?
We had this conversation earlier. I know I'm talking to Eagles fans, but during the first quarter, they ran the tush push twice. One resulted in a first down. The second resulted in a TD. Both drew scrutiny from announcers in the booth for false starts. How do they officiate it?
Call it. If they false start, call it.
It was.
That was.
It was. He jumped. So he jumped. What are we gonna do? We're gonna keep having this conversation.
Call it.
He jumped.
I'm not out there refereeing the game. I can't be out there every Sunday being like, oh, he jumped. You get over it.
Listen,
Norm stirring the pot.
no one said
Question the NFL. Question the NFL and why they're not calling it and what they're not doing. Blah, 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 blah. Kansas City, by the way, was lined up offsides on that tush push last week. If we really want to go back to all that, but I mean,
no one said anything.
It is what it is. Call it. Just call it.
Like Jordan Mailata said, y'all could do the same play.
Damn right. Damn right. It ain't illegal yet.
No, by the way,
everybody gets salty because you can't do it like we did.
They went back and watched the past. They went back and watched the past 2 years, and 73% of the time there are false starts, but the refs can't see the ball.
So it's not a false start.
You want us to do?
If it's not called, it's not a false start.
It's not a false start. I didn't see it.
And
if it's not called, it's not a false start.
The rebuttal that came to that today was there's penalties on every single play.
Absolutely.
Every single play, there's a penalty.
I saw Jalen Carter yesterday. I saw the ball have his joint up like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah. Semantics.
I can't say that I disagree.
Sean McDermott is not allowed no longer to the Eagles' house for Thanksgiving. He was on the coaching staff. We remember he came out of Andy Reid's coaching tree, but he sat out there, DK. He tried to get rid of the tush push, and mind you, he uses it. How, dude? He gets no.
It just sucks that Josh Allen, can't run the fucking thing.
He can't have any turkey for that. I'm sorry, McDermott's out.
He's out. All right. He's out. He's
not
out.
Even a dark meat, bro. You don't get nothing.
You can't even slide him a plate out the back window. Like
you don't get nothing.
He's done.
I root for the Andy Reid Treesmans when they're not playing the Eagles. I root for the Hardballs, John. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly.
Because you're from the family tree, Spagnola. I root for you.
Yeah.
Not when you play us, of course, but when you act like that, I'm done with you.
Put him in a bathroom.
Because you always remember when you
beat him with a friggin'
always
Anthony Robish.
From Al. Tell him, Al.
Anthony Robish, Allen. I'm a fan. I'm not the ref. You don't go to jail for murder unless you're caught.
Ain't that true?
And when it comes to the line of scrimmage, the Eagles are murdering teams.
Yeah, buddy.
Would you be mad if the refs started calling false starts every time they ran it then? If it's legitimate, if it's a legitimate false start, if they were legitimate calls, what can you do? If they were false starts,
legitimate false start,
you would have to find a way to combat that.
They already have it, dude. They have different. This is my lot of saying this, and I've seen this one. But for the life of me, I keep waiting for them to do it again. My lot said they have about. I can't remember. I don't know if he said a number. He said they have different versions of how to run it. Right? There was one time a few years ago they ran it. Jalen fake going underneath, and he went all the way out.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I haven't seen it.
They tried passing out of it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
they got. Let me shut up. I'm talking.
There's lots of different variations where like
Norm feels very strongly about this, and he makes some interesting points. He and I have talked about this ad nauseum. So there and look, there's.
I want us to do. So you want us to?
Norm's just upset that the NFL figured out his Jaden Daniels, and he looks more like RG3.
Whoa. Whoa.
Just
wow.
Just
wow.
Wow. He threw a combo.
saying. Yeah. He's just upset that his quarterback is more like RG3 than Patrick Mahomes, I guess. You know?
Now it's getting thick around here. Pew pew. Oh man. I mean, it's we're sitting at 3-0. We probably have no earthly right being 3-0, but we're 3-0. And
Or 3-0.
I'll take it. I will absolutely take it.
Why do you say that?
Just the way they started the season, it's me personally who has a higher QB rating. What team has a better record?
I have not time for that right now. This is
last I checked.
Who's 3-0? Who's 3-0?
But there's, I felt like the way they were playing, they left so much out there.
Oh, absolutely.
So much out there.
Absolutely. They look like the 2023 team. Like the downfall, right? We start off kicking ass, 10-1, and then just drop off. That was terrible. They cannot allow that ish to happen again. They cannot. They need to keep going and keep beating motherfuckers.
So let me ask you guys this: what is the reasoning behind why Saquon's numbers are so pedestrian this year as compared to last year? Excuse me.
Dude, they're keying on him. And our offensive pass game has not been what we needed it to be until yesterday. So if you have no passing game, you have no running game. That's, if you can pass the ball, you can run the ball. If you can't pass the ball, the running the ball is, almost off the table. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
I think that I think the game before last he had 88 yards. I think he's going to get his. I think it's just a matter of the third game, and I always look at the first 4 NFL games as preseason games. That's the way I look at them. I'm not saying that they are preseason games because they're obviously not, but they're not going to rust. They're trying to figure out how they're going to attack the season. I think. Let me go back when TK said, like, what was you something that the 3-0 we shouldn't be. So I know I watched one of the shows that you had the Eagles in the wild card, right? And I was like, wow, man, that's deep. So I feel like this is. Let me say this: the Philadelphia Eagles are the champs. They're the best team in football.
Yeah.
And I say that because, and I thought about this today. The Eagles winning the Super Bowl last year knocked off like one of the elite teams that's going to be of all time. They knocked them off.
Yeah, absolutely, without doubt.
Try to win his third Super Bowl, mind you, winning one of those 2 against the Eagles the year before that. So when they beat them and the way that they beat them,
dominance, straight dominant.
That's who they are. So going back to yesterday's game, when I was sharing with you, I didn't feel like we were out because I know something's gonna. They're not gonna fold. They're never gonna fold. They're never gonna just roll over. And are they gonna win some? Yeah, they're gonna lose some. Yeah, but they're not gonna just roll over without a fight. So when I look at this team this year, and I hear people saying, this team we might shoot the Rams and next week Tampa Bay, and they already changing the mindset. They're going down to Tampa on Friday. I just read, so they don't want so they can get.
I heard that. Yeah, they're going to do that in Tampa.
Yep. So they can practice down there on Saturday. So that's already changing your mindset. What I'm saying is this is a different team.
Yeah,
so I'm not afraid of not one single team on the schedule. And
I completely agree with that. Norm said the Chiefs were a fraud last year. They frauded themselves all the way to the Super Bowl. It's tough. It's tough to categorize a team as a fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to describe a team that was the defending Super Bowl champions and made it back to another one.
Yeah.
2-time at that point Super Bowl.
Yeah, you got
back-to-back champs. It's tough. Tough to.
Yeah.
I understand the
Tough to
basis
take that
for
glory from them.
Yeah, I understand the basis for the attempt at that argument, but
no, because you, as a sportsman, you're respecting who they are. I'm giving them credit. Like, that's what I'm saying. The Eagles knocked them off in the fashion that they did. So now you got to look at the Eagles and go, wait a second. If this is a boxing match, like they're the champ.
They TK'd them.
Yeah, so they're like anybody who they play. They're going to figure it out. They know they have the dynamic to do it. But to y'all, what y'all are saying, and I get it, you want to get that identity. And I think yesterday we I'm not going to say it's there yet, but yesterday we got like, okay, this is how it's going to start going down. This is how it has to. It has to go down like that.
Yeah. Well, how many players said that they cannot no longer continue all slow? They have to come out and start fast. Take advantage of everything that's going on. Like Jalen, when I watched a little bit of the replay when I got home, his interview with Pam Oliver or whatever, he said it right after the game, like that we need to be better, we need to do more, we need to whatever. Like,
yeah, they're ready.
That's
ready to go.
They're ready. He knows. I got all faith in quarterback number one. All faith. All faith in that guy.
Speaking of QB1, do you think going forward you're going to see the team from the second half of yesterday's game as opposed to the team that had the previous 2.5 games? Do you think you're going to see more Hurts making decisions at the line of scrimmage, changing up plays, being able, like we said, to kind of take the training wheels off and just let him run it?
Tom, I really hope so. Because if that's what they did yesterday afternoon, it worked. That's what they did as far as I know, that's what they did in the Super Bowl, right? They took the wheels off and just let them cook, let them go out there, do what Jalen does. Okay. I go back to it. Okay. I don't know if the system fits Jalen or if Jalen is the system. All right. I think I said that last week.
You did.
This offense, when it runs, I think when it runs through Jalen, they can be unstoppable. They can run the ball, they can pass the ball, they can do what they need to do. I don't know if it goes back to the worry about turnovers factor or what it does or what it is. But yes, in my opinion, I hope they let Jalen go out there and cook and do what he does, read the defense, say, all right, this thing that y'all schemed up for me, this one's not going to work. This is what we're going to, and just give him the freedom to change the offense when he sees it fit. Change the offense. Just let him do it.
Dame, what do you think, Dame?
I to piggyback off what he said, like I think yesterday they broke the seal to start unleashing that. But I read something today where Nick wants to control the clock, and you control the clock with running the ball. So they have to find a balance with that. They can have both. And how they can have both is you start off fast, you go up 2 scores. One thing that they've done this year that I was talking about that they took a while to do last year, they finally scored in the first quarter. They finally scored touchdowns in the first quarter early.
Yes.
Only because of a Zach Vaughn turnover.
But yeah, but
other than that, the offense in the first half. In the first half, anyway, the offense they weren't getting down the field.
Nah, they weren't. But I'm
You
just
know?
saying, just compared to last year, they wasn't scoring first touchdowns in the first quarter. But going back to with him running this offense, I think you have that. You don't want to. You're going to use Saquon without a doubt. Here's what I said yesterday, and I put this in the thread. I said, and this dude, it always works when they do it. They had to go to hurry up offense. Listen, I joked around. I joked around. I said, AJ has ADHD. He can't go in a huddle. You gotta line him up, man. He can't be out there. You gotta line him up. So when they go to the hurry up offense, they have success. It's when they go to that huddle, that's that slow. To me, that's the tempo.
Yep.
That's the tempo. To at least start the game. I'm not saying you have to run the entire game with the hurry up. You don't have to tell him. I'm not asking for that. But you get started, get everybody acclimated, and then the defense will do what it's going to do, special teams, and then you can drive from there. But I think to keep to your point, TK, they have to play like that. They have to play through the pass. They have to.
Yeah, they have to come out stronger. They have to come out stronger.
All right.
They have to.
Before we get out of here, let's go into some predictions for next week's game against the 3-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Tampa
I hate Tampa Bay. I hate them
too. In recent history, they've definitely had the Eagles' number. Alan, we'll go with you first. What are your thoughts on this upcoming game against the Bucs?
Oh man. Listen, I'm never going to go against the Birds. This thing's going to be a barn burner. I'm going 35-32 Birds. This thing's going to be a barn burner. Baker Mayfield's way better than people give him credit for.
Yeah, he definitely gets a lot of hate.
And Tampa is just that thorn in our side that we have not been able to get rid of for years. Eagles win, but I think it's very close. Anthony
Robish checking in. Birds win 27-24 with a field goal. Damon Salim.
They did.
What are your thoughts?
They did beat Tampa a couple of years ago. But we already know Ty Bowles is going to bring the blitz, and Jalen's going to figure that out. He's already has. So, I have the Eagles winning. I'll say right now it may change, but they get a jump early, man. They get a jump early. They force some turnover. It could be a long day. So I'm gonna go 34-17 Birds.
Okay.
I like that way better than mine.
I like that score too. I unfortunately don't think it's going to be as decisive, I should say, as that. I'm looking at both defenses are going to present some issues for the other offenses. I'm going to go 28-24 Birds.
I like it.
So
I like it.
I will take that. So
I like it.
I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in. I want to thank Damon Salim for jumping on with us tonight. Damon, we love you, my friend. I'm so glad you were able to come out.
Damon, love you, man. Thank you for coming on.
For Alan Andrukavich, for Damon Salim, for my man Mike Fuji, who's not here. I am Tom Kelly. This is the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. We're out of here.